July 17, 1984. A teenage girl's burned body was found off Highway 89 near Squaw Valley in Placer County, California. The remains were so badly charred that detectives could not identify her. The autopsy ruled it a homicide. Even before the fire, her body showed signs of violence. She entered the file under a cold, clinical name, Jane Doe No. 4873/84. She was later identified as Suzanne Marlene Knorr, a 17-year-old from Sacramento. At that age, an American teenager should have been thinking about school, friends, first jobs, first freedom. Instead, Suzanne ended up burned beyond recognition on a mountain road. How does a girl like that disappear into a case file and a body bag? For more than 9 years, detectives had almost nothing. Suzanne's body was found on July 17, 1984. The case stayed cold until October 28, 1993, when her younger sister, Teresa Terry Knorr Walker, called the America's Most Wanted hotline. The name Terry gave investigators was not a stranger's. It was their mother's, Teresa Knorr. The trail led back nearly 20 years. In 1964, when she was still Teresa Cross, she shot her first husband, Clifford Clyde Sanders, in the back as he was leaving their home. She claimed self-defense. She was young, pregnant, and convincing. On September 22, 1964, a California jury acquitted her. That verdict gave Teresa time. Over the next 2 decades, she built a home ruled by alcohol, control, humiliation, and fear. She pulled her children out of school, cut them off from the outside world, and turned the house into a sealed system where her rage was law. Suzanne became her main target. On July 16, 1984, after years of abuse, Teresa forced young Terry to hold a gun on her sister. A sudden noise startled the child, and the gun went off. Suzanne was shot. Teresa never called a doctor. She kept the girl restrained, later dug the bullet out herself, and let the wound rot into infection and sepsis. When Suzanne became too weak to survive, Teresa bound her, taped her mouth shut, and sent her sons, Robert and William, to drive her into the mountains near Squaw Valley. There, they doused her with gasoline and set her on fire. Suzanne was still alive. A year later, Teresa killed again. This time, the victim was Sheila Gay Sanders, her 20-year-old daughter. Sheila was locked in a closet without food or water until she died, then dumped near the Truckee-Tahoe Airport area as another Jane Doe. 2 daughters, 2 anonymous bodies, the same mother. By the time the truth was finally believed, both girls were already dead. On November 10, 1993, Teresa Knorr was arrested in Salt Lake City, Utah, and in 1995 she pleaded guilty to murdering her 2 daughters, receiving 2 consecutive life sentences. Teresa Knorr was convicted, but the lesson came too late. Suzanne's younger sister, Teresa Terry Knorr Walker, tried to tell police what had happened. Even her counselor did not believe her. By the time someone finally listened, both of her sisters were already dead. That is how family violence survives, through fear inside the home and through silence and disbelief outside it.